Why do I get so easily distracted? Isn't it frustrating? You're trying so hard to focus on your work, but then there's always something or other things that sidetracks you. Well, in today's video, we're going to tell you exactly what you need to do to use this to your advantage. A peace treaty with our internal monsters. So you're working, and suddenly, boredom hits. You reach for your phone and start scrolling Instagram or clearing out emails. But what if we tell you that there are ways to beat those feelings that distract us? Start by changing how you think about these distractions. When you feel distracted, grab a pen and paper and write down what you're feeling and what caused it. Was it stress, anger, or something else? Note the time and how you felt when you noticed the distraction. Doing this regularly helps you recognize the triggers, and you can start to let them go. Try a simple visualization technique. Picture your distracting thoughts being carried away on leaves floating in a stream. Make your tasks more enjoyable. Apps and games on your phone are designed to be fun, with rewards and challenges. Apply this idea to your chores. Set challenges or try new ways to make tasks interesting. Believe in yourself. Your self-belief affects what you can achieve. If you think you're easily distracted, it might come true. Boost your self-belief by practicing self-compassion. When you're hard on yourself, talk to yourself like you would to a friend. Remind yourself that you have the power to overcome distractions. The secret to a work-life balance. Now, how exactly do you defeat these distractions? Well, it's quite simple actually. Start by having a plan. Because without a clear goal, you won't know what distractions are holding you back. Let us tell you about a technique called time boxing that involves setting specific time slots in your weekly schedule for different tasks. While it doesn't guarantee you'll always meet your targets, it definitely provides a framework for success. So how does time boxing work in practice? 1. Allocate quality time for yourself. Prioritize self-care, including sit-down meals, sufficient sleep, and hobbies. Taking care of yourself is crucial because it affects every other aspect of your life. 2. Focus on your relationships. Dedicate time to nurture intimacy and connections with loved ones. Schedule regular dates with your partner, gatherings with friends, and daily playtime with your children. Don't leave these important relationships to whatever time is left over. 3. Now let's talk about work. If you can't control your working hours, you can still manage your time at the office. Allocate specific blocks for concentrated solo work in the morning, and dedicate another slot for handling emails in the late afternoon. Doesn't sound so hard now, right? Keep watching and we'll tell you how to tackle your external triggers too. Follow these steps to stay focused. Imagine yourself as a coder hacking into the software of your life, rewriting it to your advantage. Identify the most important parts of your day when you need to be fully focused. Create a visible symbol, like a colored card on your desk, or even a special hat, to signal your current status to those around you. Emails can also be a huge source of distraction, with the average office worker receiving about 100 emails a day. To reduce the distractions from all those emails, separate your emails into 2 piles, today and some other time. Then you can deal with emails from the today pile and check on the other pile once a week. Tackling the productivity thieves. To combat time-wasting meetings, make a rule. Tell your coworkers if they don't have a detailed agenda and a brief summary for a meeting, then they can screw themselves. Same thing applies to online group chats. Tell your friends that you only accept their dad jokes during the night, so they won't bug you during your work time. Not just this, but there are also apps like Totobook that transform your Facebook feed into a to-do list, or DF2 that removes distractions on YouTube by eliminating suggested videos and ads. So start decluttering your phone and place potential time-wasting apps like Instagram and Snapchat on the last page. For desktop files, consider a minimalist approach by keeping all files except the one you're currently working on in a folder called Everything, and use the search function when needed. Some packs can help you stay on track. Staying focused and indistractable is an ongoing battle, but there are clever tricks to help you in the fight. Effort packs. Use app blocking applications that'll let you set time-out periods for email checking. Study buddies. Arrange to work alongside a friend or use platforms like Focusmate to pair up with a study buddy, even if they're in another part of the world. Price pack. Impose fines on yourself for failing to meet targets. For example, each time you miss a gym session, put money into a jar that you can only spend on something you're not particularly fond of. Identity packs. Define yourself positively rather than negatively. For instance, if transitioning to a plant-based diet, don't see yourself as someone who can't eat meat, but as a vegetarian. This identity pact aligns your self-image with your desired behavior. In the same way, if you define yourself as indistractable, you're more likely to live up to that positive image. How to save yourself from a dysfunctional work culture. With smartphones, work emails and calls don't stop, even outside office hours. It feels like you're on call 24/7, and saying no could risk your job. But hold on, the real issue isn't the tech itself. It's a culture where time is messy, workloads are heavy, and distractions are everywhere. So how can we fix this mess? The answer? Create a safe space for employees to speak up. Safety means they won't get in trouble for sharing their thoughts. Leaders play a big role here. They can lead by example, admit their own slip-ups, and regularly ask employees for feedback. This builds a culture of learning where it's okay to take risks because failure isn't a big deal. Give your kids these mind nutrients. Just like grown-ups, kids need 3 special things to grow up happy. First, they like to make choices without someone telling them what to do all the time, aka autonomy. Second, they want to learn and get better at things, aka competence. And third, they need friends and people they care about, aka relatedness. But sometimes they struggle to find these things in their daily lives. Schools are filled with rules, homes with parents' expectations, and then they also don't get enough free time with friends. Don't worry, here's what you can do to stop this. 1. Make sure they have lots of free playtime. It's super important for them. 2. Let them decide. Ask your kids what they think about screen time and tell them why too much technology can be a problem. They can learn how to use the tricks we talked about earlier to avoid distractions. 3. Distractions. Talk to them about things that can distract them, even you. Sometimes you might be the one stopping them from focusing on important stuff. 4. And finally, help them come up with their own plans to avoid distractions. When you do these things, you'll give your kids exactly what they need to be happy and healthy, both online and offline. Need to learn more on how you can keep your focus? Watch our next video.